getting those collection calls, getting the calls from the lenders. It's, it's not tough, but there is an out, right?
Yeah.
There is the next season of my life. I don't know what that looks like.
How do the majority, or how are some contractors and lenders handling your situation?
Yeah, so a lot of the people that I owe money to were those people that I went to that were friends, acquaintances, people that I knew, family, friends, or whatever. Again, it's not easy to go and tuck your tail between your leg and say like, hey, I know when we did this, I told you it's real estate, nothing's guaranteed, but as a man and who I am, I will pay you back. Now, I know that your promissory note ended at a year ago, and it may take another 3 years, but we're going to get I will pay you back.
You made a note that you are not required to pay anyone back at this point, meaning no one is pursuing you legally to pay them back. To me, that says a lot about how you've handled the situation, meaning that you started communicating with them. You are continuing to develop the relationship. You're not tucking your head in the sand, or they truly believe that you're committed to paying them back as well.
Yeah. And I think just showing that effort, for me personally, it's been great. I have a huge whiteboard in my home office, write the names, write the amounts, write everything that I owe up there, and just to be able to scratch through it with a red marker to just show that journey. It's kind of showing the journey also of boom, another one done. And that's a rewarding thing, right? Yep, you still owe people $250,000, but look what you've done in the meantime. Hey, be proud of yourself in the direction that you're going, right? It continues to happen, man. And it's, the contractors, they can't be happy. I wouldn't be happy. I try to put myself in their position. I wouldn't be happy if I was in that case. And I've told them all the same thing. I said, look, I understand you have a business to run. I understand, we developed some type of relationship, but I will not take anything personal if you have to do what you have to do for your business.
For sure.
Do what you have to do. You don't need to do it just because this. So none of them have gotten to the point of legal things now. I've tried to pay little here, pay little here, which kind of stinks in some places because I could just put a whole chunk, pay one person. But I'm just trying to be honest with how that's going. So so contractors, I get the calls. I get the, getting those collection calls, getting the calls from the lenders. It's, it's not tough, but there is an out. Right.
Yeah.
There is the next season of my life. I don't know what that looks like. I think it's to serve people in the agent side of stuff. Right. So I always reason I wanted to get into being an agent was, to me, on the investing side, it was money. It was all a financial decision. Right. On the agent side of stuff, it's an emotional connection. Right. I get to meet new people every single day, people that I would not have met if it wasn't for connecting me through real estate, right? I get to provide a service to them. I get to be a trusted person that they are trusting me on explaining stuff to them, explaining the process, holding their hand through the process. Dude, and I absolutely love it. Yeah.
Why did you choose Ruckart?
Brad and his business partner, Tommy, we went to high school together.
Sweet.
Brad was actually in Jennifer and I's wedding. It drove me nuts at the time because I was in such a bad place, but they're such good people on this team, and they have so much gratitude towards their clients, towards each other, towards everybody. And it used to drive me insane when I'd go into that office and be around it, all this happiness, because I am not happy, and all of these people are happy and oh, we're so grateful for you. I'm like, get out of here. But it was such a good thing to people say be in the room all the time, but I found myself just having to be in the room to survive that day or to get up that day, right? To not just sit on the sofa. So I was grateful for that opportunity, but that's how I ended up there.